brother. Welcome, brother. Brother Eric Akata. Minister Eric. Welcome to see you, brother. Thanks for having you here, man.
Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you again. It's great to have you on.
So, my name is Mr. Eric Akata. I have been divinely assigned the task of uplifting fallen humanity, in particular women of color, because women of color have been oppressed for a long time. However, even in their oppression, they have been on the front lines of our struggle for the liberation of people of color. And they don't get credit for that. They're overburdened, they're overworked, they're underrated, they are underpaid, and they're underappreciated. And so what I want to do is I want to acknowledge women of color for the significant contribution that they have made to our struggle. And it is a struggle that is worth engaged to liberate ourselves. And what I mean by that is we have to liberate our minds.
I was just going to ask you what you mean by that.
Our minds have been killed by the educational institutions of this country. Our minds have been killed, religious institutions of this country. We have been taught to admire the enemy. We have been taught to worship the enemy.
Who is the enemy that you speak on exactly?
The enemy are those who enslaved us. The enemy are those who are oppressing us. The enemy are those who have lynched us, who have enslaved us, who have segregated us, racially segregated us, who have discriminated against the enemy. And so what I want to do is I want to impart information. I want to impart experiential information. And what I mean by experiential information is information that is based upon the experience of our ancestors, those who have preceded us in this. I want to impart that to those of us who are receptive anyway, those of us who desire to be liberated mentally. I want to impart that experiential information to those people so that we can actually begin to be husbands, begin to be brothers.
Directional path that you're trying to teach us in general, like we already castrated into, that we were lynched and put into in a small space, in a small vibration where we can't really, basically focus and grow from where we are as people. Especially our type of people, the melanated type of podcast. Before we even go into like the deep conversations and everything, I want to speak into you and know you a little.
Mr. Eric Akata. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy giving people the benefit of my education.
Where did you get your education from, bro?
I got my education when I was in prison. I spent 27 years in prison for 3 counts of bank robbery. During that time, I was reading a great deal, reading considerably. What I did was I set a defeat of those who were more learned than I was, and they gave me direction. I joined the Nation of Islam when I was in prison. The Nation of Islam taught me discipline. The Nation of Islam taught me good study habits. The Nation of Islam taught me how to eat well so that I can prolong my life. The Nation of Islam actually rescued me, and the Nation of Islam, I probably would have perished in prison.
Is that something that you're trying to tell the black youth that they need to study on, or is it something that you do personally?
What I want to do is that the Nation of Islam is not for everybody. I understand that everybody's not going to join the Nation of Islam.
There's sacrifices.
Right. It was for me, because I was one who had no fear. I was one who had no discipline. And because I had no fear and I had no discipline, the organization of the Nation of Islam, the discipline that they required of its members really appealed to me. And so I joined the Nation of Islam, and I was able to actually transform myself in a way that civilized me, because I was in the trenches, as they say. I was definitely in the trenches. I was a young man who was born of the city, who was
speak on that. I want to speak on your youth a little bit. Tell me a little bit about your youth.
Well, in my youth, I was fearless. I hung out with gang members. I was a Mo. Mo is a Black Pea Stone Ranger.
Mhm.
I was a Mo, and I followed the Mo's. The Mo's were ruthless. They were fearless. They would do anything, and I thought that was gangster.
Yeah.
And so I followed them. And when I got to prison, the Mo's they were on a different path.
Yes.
The Mo's were practicing Islam. It was mandatory for the Mo's to attend Jummah service every Friday about Islam. And Islam began to help me develop intellectually and spiritually.
Made you change your own direction on
Exactly. It changed me. It radically changed my attitude. It radically changed my thinking. And I really enjoyed going through the process of
what you want to teach to people too, how to reinvent and relearn, how to actually retrain your brain into learning new things.
Exactly.
And how to learn, basically.
Exactly.
You call it the miseducation of people.
Right. Exactly. We were, all of us, we were severely miseducated. We were severely miseducated about who we are, and that was by design. Because people of color are some of the most creative people on the planet. People follow our fashion trends.
Yes, they do.
People follow the music that we make. People follow, our arts. People follow us in sports and dance. And so, because of that, we are the leaders culturally in the world.
Yes, we are. They definitely trend to us like a lot harder than they trend to any other type of race or people. Like they wear all the clothes. They love the jewelry. They love